Hello, hello, Matt Franceschini here, and today I wanted to do a little video showing you guys how to play the major pentatonic scale all the way up the neck. I'll give you examples in probably one or two keys because I find that particularly with my students and with myself when I was a younger guitarist as well, we tend to just learn the first position of these pentatonic scales and then kind of hope for the best when we adventure out of them. But anyways, here's going to be a really in-depth dive into the major scale. The major pentatonic scale. So the major pentatonic scale consists of, it's a 5-note scale, and it consists of the root, the second, the third, the fifth, and the major sixth, and then those repeat. And on the guitar, there tends to be 5 positions that we can play these in. So, without further ado, here is position 1 of the major pentatonic scale. This one's nice, it falls within 4 frets and we don't have to do any funny fingerings. So, here's the major pentatonic scale all the way up the neck. So here's the major scale in its first position here. We're doing G major pentatonic today. So there's position 1. If I moved a little too fast for you, feel free to slow down the playback speed or of course watch it again. Now position 2, and for those of you who haven't watched my videos before, I always leave one hollow note in each position, and that hollow note shows you the root of the scale, and it also serves as a starting and ending point. So here in this position 2, we're going to start here on the 5th fret of our D string. We're going to go all the way up, all the way down, and all the way back, and this will help our ears hear that it really is a G major pentatonic scale. But without further ado, here is position number 2. Pay attention to the way that I'm fingering these. This is a bit of a funny position, and I'll show you, I'll talk a little bit more about it after I've played it through once. So here's position 2. Now, the bit of funny fingering that I was talking about before is when we get to our B string, rather than doing this big death-defying jump to get our pointer finger up to that 5th fret, I call it a compression motion. So what I'm going to do is while I put my pinky down, I kind of drag my hand up. So then my hand already kind of falls, and then same thing here, I'm going to crawl my pinky back. And the idea of that is that this smooth, elegant compression motion where your hand compresses in on itself and then going down compresses in on itself helps take some of the shakiness out of this, because I know that it really can sometimes feel like you're making this death-defying leap, and that tends to not be good. I like to try to avoid jerky motions when I'm playing scales. So that little compression motion where I get my pinky and my pointer finger, you see how it just kind of crawls right up? I want to keep that up, and then here my pinky finger does the reverse on the way down. Now okay, position 3 of the G major pentatonic scale, I'm going to be starting with my pinky on this A string, and this position is going to look like this. Sorry. I'll do that one more time. There's position 3. Now position 4, we're starting with our middle finger on that same fret up at our 10th fret, and it's going to look like this. One more position to get to, that's going to be up here with our pinky on our 15th fret, and it'll look something like this. There you go. There's the 5 positions of the major pentatonic scale in the key of G. Now, if we get really comfortable with these positions, I always recommend sticking in one key until you can kind of see the shapes in your head before you move to a different one. But now let's say we were going to move this to the key of D. My thought process for this, it's going to be all the same positions, which is wonderful. The only thing that we need to change is that we need to get our starting and our ending notes on the note D rather than on the note G. So what I want to do is I want to find the lowest D that I can play on the guitar. Usually it's going to be on, well actually it will certainly be on either the E, A, or D string. So for me, I'm going to feel around. That's a D. We don't want to be practicing open strings when we're practicing scale shapes because they will ruin the kind of smoothness of it. And this D has a different kind of quality than this one here. But so I know that my 5th fret here is going to be my lowest D. And I got a fair bit of mileage back here, so I know that I can start in position 3 of the major scale. So that would look like this. Now, since I know where I come in, I can follow through the rest of these positions by knowing that position 3 is going to run into position 4. That's going to go to position 5, which is with my pinky on the E string. That'll start like this. I've got my pinky on my 10th fret D on the E string, and that goes. Back home in position 1 with my middle finger on that 10th fret, and that's going to go. Now I got one more position. It's going to be position 2 with my middle finger on this 12th fret of the D string. There it is. So there I made it through all 5 positions of the D major pentatonic, and now just for fun, let's do it in one more key. I'm going to do it in a bit of a speed round, so if you feel like you can't keep up, of course, feel like you can slow it down, or you can come back to this part of the video later. But anyways, let's say we're going to do the key of, let's do F. So F, this is the lowest F I can play on the neck, but I would have to play an open string. So I know I can't start in position 1, which leads me to believe I'll start at this F in position 2. And so I'll go up. That compression motion we talked about earlier will help smooth that. Now I'm in position 2, so my next place I'm going is going to be position 3. I can see my pinky on that A string, the 8th fret. Now, position 4. That's going to take me up to position 5. And then finally I'm back in position 1. So that's how you can start working with these to take your major scale around your major pentatonic scale all the way up the neck in all 12 keys. It's the same 5 fingerings every time. You just have to think about where you're starting and ending so that you get the right notes out. So I really hope you found this lesson useful. If you liked it, please like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow my channel here, and I'd love to have you along for the ride. If you have any questions about the lesson, please, of course, leave them in the comments section below. I always try to respond to all of my comments. If there's something that you would like to see covered in a video, I would love to take that into account and make something to help you out. Diagrams for all of this can be downloaded for free off my website, which will be linked in the bio. And if you're feeling like you might want to take a lesson or two with me, you can also find all that information on my website through the bio. I would absolutely love to sit down and play some guitar with you. But anyways, yeah, there's the major scale all the way up the neck. I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope you get to have some fun playing the guitar. So thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.